Hello and welcome to this COVID-19 update, keeping you connected here on the Bass Coast, presented by Bass Coast Health and sponsored by Wonthaggi Miners Dispensary. In this update, as restrictions are eased, we find out how we are coping as a community. For you is member for Bass, Jordan Crugnale, and as is the case with many people, she's still working from home, so she joins you via Zoom. Hi Jordan.
Hello, Kevin. Lovely to be here virtually.
So we've seen and certainly felt some freedom from restrictions over the past 2 weeks, Jordan. What are the most recent announcements by your government?
So there's been a whole suite of changes and I'll rattle off a few of them now, but they all have, I just want to make it really clear that they all have that asterisk above them as in conditions apply. So as we move from the stay home message to stay safe, we still need to maintain that physical distancing, hygiene, and also, when we are out, just to be aware of our surroundings. So of late, most people will know that hotels, pubs, cafes, as of the 1st of June, are able to have 20 patrons. And this will change on the 21st of July, where they can increase up to 50. And then we're looking at, and this depends on the advice of the Chief Health Medical Officer, for 100 patrons, from mid-July. So that's one of the big changes, which has meant, a bit of assurance for people that can start reconnecting now.
And how do you think local businesses will greet these new relaxations?
I think it's a welcome relief, actually. Businesses have been doing it really tough and, especially workers as well. And when we look at the businesses like hotels, cafes, entertainment venues, they were the first to sort of not be able to operate. So it's really welcomed. And also when we look at where we live in the Bass Coast, with tourism being such an economic driver here, as of the 1st of June, people will be able to, like hotels and accommodation places are permissible, and, people can also come and stay in your residence.
And what about the community in general? I think they're going to be very pleased with the relaxations, aren't they?
Yeah, and I think people are still, and it's been really heartening to hear as well that, this isn't over. We still need to proceed with caution, and as we, look at the response and then the recovery as well of the pandemic, it's just really important as we start to reconnect that we are really cautious. We proceed with caution. So, again, it's, if people do have really mild symptoms, they really need to go and get tested.
So how have you felt the people of South Gippsland and the Bass Coast have handled the last few months?
I think it's been really challenging. There's, people have been really worried and frightened, when we've looked at what's been happening right across the world, and we've been really saturated in the media. It has been, really challenging for many people. It's also been really inspiring as well. Like I've been, the kindness and resilience that has come out of this has been really remarkable. We've got a whole new appreciation for our health workers, our cleaners, our petrol attendants, teachers, all those that, may have been invisible are now being really visible. They're our essential workers. It's been wonderful to see some local organisations as well sort of repurpose their production. Free 3D hands was one of them, where, they make hands, and they've been able to repurpose their equipment to make face shields for the hospital and also for people in Victoria. It's been really, the kindness that has come out, like people are really looking out for one another.
So in your observation, Jordan, what has been the most difficult aspects locally of life under lockdown?
It's I might sort of use the phrase sort of stay at home. I think there's been other countries in sort of lockdown where they haven't been able to leave at all. But I think some of the things that's been really hard is, the social isolation. People want to connect, they want to hug, they want to, be face to face with their family and friends. I think it's been really challenging for community sports, kids as well, having to explain that they can't have sleepovers or their birthdays have changed. So I think the socialisation aspect. Financially, there's been a lot of people that have lost their jobs, that have been stood down, that have had their hours reduced, that haven't qualified for JobKeeper, and that's been really difficult as well. Yeah, so the financial impact, really hard.
So have you received much pressure from locals when they've thought other parts of the country were moving towards relaxation more quickly than us?
Not really, actually. I think, Victorians have been really proud that we've taken a cautious approach. Obviously, the numbers in Victoria and New South Wales were very different to other parts of the state. Speaking with the school community, the teachers and all the staff at schools were really happy that, we kind of had their backs and, we went with the remote learning quickly. And there's a lot of caution out there as well. Whilst we're opening up a lot of things now, people are still a little bit cautious about, going out.
Over the past months, have you been able to keep up with the changes at Bass Coast Health as they have prepared for this pandemic?
I've been really impressed actually with how Bass Coast Health have been working on this, and I really want to thank all the health workers, the admin, the cleaners, the security guards, everyone that's been working to sort of prepare for the pandemic. I know sometimes you can sort of have this built up like we're ready for it, and then it kind of doesn't happen as you would expect. I think that's a success. We really didn't want to see Italy here. And the training, like everything that's gone into preparing, our area has been remarkable, and I just want to thank everyone that has played a part in keeping us really safe.
So finally, Jordan, what message do you have for everybody as we get back to some sort of normality, yet still face the health dangers of a winter ahead?
I think it's really important to, proceed with caution. Yes, there are, the easing is really gradual, and it's really important that, the reason we did the whole testing blitz across Victoria was to sort of gauge where community transmissions were. This isn't over. We've still got a long way to go, and I think just proceeding with caution and, together as a community, which we've seen some amazing resilience and kindness from our community here, we can get through this together.
Thanks for taking time to talk to us today, Jordan.
Thanks, Kevin.
There's State Member for Bass, Jordan Crugnale. That's it for this update. We'll have more for you soon. Thanks for sharing us on Facebook, and until I see you again, take care.